this out, man. Sorry for the delay. I know we're usually around about 9 o'clock sharp because I made a vow quite a time ago that we wouldn't be late. And it's all G's fault on why there was a delay. That's why we 2 minutes late in this motherfucker. So
yeah, I know that's a lie. I'm not even technically sound. You know what I mean? That's this man's job. So you already know. That's this guy's job. I was here to talk some shit. You know what I mean? And I hope y'all here to listen. And we appreciate y'all. This is SimpFree Podcast. It's another Wednesday, 9 p.m.-ish. You feel me? We on time, goddammit. It's close enough. You feel me? We good. It's that boy Wizz, of course. You know what I mean? I'm your gracious host. Been here forever. Gracious. I'm glad y'all been here with us. Gracious. Everybody rocking with us now. Everybody that catch us later. Y'all know how we give it up, man. And always, my man's right here.
It's that boy B. Mason, man. You rocking with another hump day evening. We in this bitch, still quarantining. But shit, I'm back to work, so it really don't matter, man. It's May 27th. It's 9:03 p.m. and we coming to you live from West Michigan. What's popping, people? Man. How was y'all week, man? What was up with you, man? How was your week, G?
Uneventful, man. It's always uneventful. It's been uneventful since March.
It's humpish, though.
You know what I mean?
It's not all the way over.
At least in the regular life, you know what I mean? Shit is juking outside of the world. It's outside of your normal your little bubble. Shit is going in, and motherfuckers is going ham.
Shit is juking.
It's going crazy. Like, we already in the pandemic. Not the pandemic, the endemic, goddammit. So we in this bullshit.
I heard that.
And then as soon as you get to the finish line, they push this shit out further. It's like you can never win the race.
No, it's not gonna happen.
You think you about to hit the finish line, and boom, they push it out another 2 weeks. So here we are, man.
Right from my.
And like I said, only thing I really was missing was getting my hair cut, and I done forgot about that shit. Yeah. I'll be happy once it open back up, but fuck that too. I'm chilling.
You know, Wayne went mobile.
That's what they say, but I ain't got a mobile cut yet. Goddamn it.
I'm getting mine tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Goddamn it.
I'm going to be fresh for the rest of the week.
I got to get in line then, goddamn. You know what I mean? Well, then that's some good news. See, that's some good news right there.
Make your point,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Yeah. That's some good news right there. So I'm ready to get my hair cut. That's cool, but we in the pandemic, and now look at this bullshit. So I got to always say, as always, everybody that lost anybody, know anybody in the struggle through this COVID bullshit, we always say rest in peace. And then on top of that bullshit, we got the George Floyd shit, man. I mean, like, people is already aggy, and then you got police feeling like they just got the carte blanche and the wherewithal to do whatever the fuck they want to. And people only gonna take so much, man. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, it's happening almost every other week, every other day. Almost.
Or are they just broadcasting it every other day?
Yeah, I think they don't give a fuck. I think it's blatant now because this George Floyd shit, salute to everybody out there with that situation. They turning up in Minnesota, man, because it's a direct correlation to the internet and this generation. Like, everybody from 70s on up, man, like, it's a whole nother energy. Like, we ain't, like, just cool with the bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, the energy is changing. You can feel it. Motherfuckers is tired of dumb shit. And then to be that bold and brazen to do some shit to a motherfucker on camera while you know you've been filmed. Most of the time they say, get back, you know what I mean, filming.
Right.
He didn't even say that. The motherfucker just blatantly choked him out and was looking.
But it was more than one officer
there, yeah, but he was the man. He was the only one on that. They was holding him down.
Yeah, I didn't understand why he had to be on his neck, though.
I do.
He's already handcuffed.
Because he's a race soldier. They already showed him. He had pictures of the, you know what I mean?
I seen that
so he really shouldn't even been on the force, to be honest. He had issues already before that.
Of course he's on the force.
But you know what I mean? So people just tired of the shit, yo. You know what I mean? And it's only going. But here's the thing: the police have to take care of that. You know what I mean? Because every policeman is not on no fuck shit, but
that's
we ain't got time.
Down to.
We don't got time to decipher who is the good and bad. You got to point these people out, man.
Yeah, they got to check their own people, man. That shit start internally.
They gonna have a 92
start
checking
in people inside. Huh?
It's gonna go back to that 92 shit in LA.
It's gonna be.
Listen,
that's what they want too.
People
they would love that.
And ain't nobody working hardly. There's a lot of motherfuckers ain't got shit else to do but turn up. So why? So you that bold in this day? You know what I mean? When you really want to keep the peace, you ain't social distancing.
True.
You fucking with somebody that's not resisting.
True.
All they asking is to be laid up.
True.
Nobody set the motherfucker up, and then y'all watched him die. And you really think people just gonna sit here and just well it? No. Listen, it's a new day and time, and thank God for the internet, man, and cameras. Yeah. Seriously, without these cameras, that's the only thing we got, bro, right now. That's the only justice we got. And that don't even work. But at least like it puts in perspective. Like before you hear about a motherfucker dying or you hear about a bad situation and we all feel bad about it, but when you see it, you know what I mean, directly in your face, that do something to you though, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when it's that blatant.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You get sick and tired of that shit.
You never get sensitive enough to that. You never desensitized to that. You know?
Ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
not when it's that blatant.
And like we say, no matter what you're doing, no matter what crime you commit, no matter what happened, there's nothing worse losing your life. You know what I mean? So these people have vitriol for you. And it's not, and I say, it's the race soldiers though. Everybody is not like that. You know what I mean?
Of course,
everybody's not on that tip, but it's people and across the U.S. And you pick a city. There's motherfuckers that just have white supremacists thinking, and they not gonna give a fuck.
It's unfortunate.
And it's been infiltrated forever, and then the shit it's just boiling over now. So you know, it's only gonna take more situations like this because you see how fast it can turn up. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, feel me? Like, and salute to the people in Minnesota, man, because they standing up for that shit, man.
I hope they be safe, man, because this shit can get ugly fast.
Some of them motherfuckers don't care. Like,
hey, Terry, what's up, Tony?
They taking it where they got to take it. What's
Appreciate
up,
you guys for joining us. What's up, everybody who tuned in?
You know what I mean? So, on top of this COVID crazy shit, you got to deal with this bullshit. On top of the crazy COVID shit,
you got to deal with this shit.
Here we are, man. But
here we are. But see,
SimpFree podcast and make y'all, laugh.
People be
think
asking,
about some other shit. Go ahead, Bree.
They be saying, what does the world come to? And I'm just like, nothing. This motherfucker the same that it's always been, bro. It's just now the information is more readily available. So now we can see the true plight of what's really going on in every corner of the planet. Whether the powers that be like it or not, we can share the information with each other and see what's really going on, man. And the creation of technology, I think that's going to be the start. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, think about it now. That's how everybody connects anyway. So that's how the information is going to be passed. And I think it's going to be eventually, if this shit keeps up, it'll be an electronic revolution, man. Because be blinking up all around the globe.
Because you know why? Like the shit the Black Panthers was saying is coming to fruition finally. And when they say the revolution is not televised, meaning you don't need TV. The revolution is in your brain.
But it is now.
The revolution starts with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the revolution. Changing
I see
your
what you're going on the metaphoric level.
Yeah, and I heard somebody from the Black Panthers, Gil Scott-Heron. He broke it down so lovely. And I was like, that makes so much sense. Because they say the revolution is not televised, and you always get it in, everything is not going to be filmed. But no, they talking about your mental state.
It's a program.
And that's what I'm saying. The people's mental state is changing now. It's like, fuck it. Y'all doing this shit like on the rampant.
So
we ain't got shit else to do until like if you accept it and if your mind frame ain't woke enough and you still believe in the righteousness and God is everything, you know what I mean? And peacefulness, all that shit is out the window. Like I said, us everybody born 70s up, the mental, our mind frames is changing because we have the information and we not going for the bullshit.
So let me get this right. What's up, Cool Callers? Thanks for joining, man.
Always.
Let me get this right. When you say the revolution will not be televised, what he meant is that the people involved in the revolution won't be brainwashed by media and television?
No, meaning the revolution starts here. The revolution starts when you feel like you are a man and you feel like you are strong and you feel like you're proud to be black.
Okay.
And you know what I mean?
So you're not going to be sitting back and you're not going to see the revolution on TV. It's going to happen within you.
The news wants you to see my man getting choked out and just take it.
Mm-hmm.
The revolution starts when you turn up, when you say, you know what, enough is a fucking enough. We are enough. You know what I mean? There is no savior. There is nobody that's going to come help you as a black man. You know what I mean? Or a melanated person in America. You got to do it yourself. And that's what the Black Panthers was on, man. Take care of your own. Don't wait for nobody to do it. The revolution starts here in your mind. And I thought that was some real shit. And here we are, man. And that's why people turning up, man.
And this shit going on all around the planet, man. It's people in other countries that are being enslaved by their own people and being classified by their own people.
It's not going to stop.
All that shit.
It's not going to stop.
It's not just happening here. It may be happening to select groups here, but in some countries they doing it to themselves.
Yeah, but we just can't. But we just at a point we can't afford to worry about where we got to worry about our own soil.
Human nature is kind of sickening when you think about it, man.
This shit, what this showing, shit can turn up like that, man. And y'all can keep playing if y'all want. So this shit is gonna be on the police to weed out y'all bad apples. And if y'all don't, shit may turn up. You know what I mean? And that's on y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers is chilling, man. And people is tired, bro.
Mr. Tober Jackson, thank you for joining us.
What's up to our man? Everybody that's loyal listeners, everybody that catches, man. We love all y'all, man. This show is for the people.
Thanks for joining.
If y'all got anything y'all want to say, please drop it in the comments, man. We'll read it. ran out here and had the discussion. We don't give a fuck. We'll derail the show. We don't give a shit. This shit is for the people.
Oh, we will derail this.
Yeah, we love it. We just here to talk some shit, man. And I feel bad for my guy, man.
Who?
Salute to a real G, man. Kwame Kilpatrick, man. Why they playing with him, man?
They ain't gonna let him out.
Man, bro. I was all happy. I was about to salute a real one.
Man, they hit Kwame with the Rico. Hell no, they ain't letting him out.
Bruh. But the story.
Didn't they hit him with the Rico?
Listen, here's the thing. And see, here's the problem with the fucking news. If they would have just let that shit go, we would have had no problems or worried about Kwame. Nobody thought about Kwame until what? You saw the story. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Kwame getting out, right? Apparently, he's not. Like, no.
So that was falsified?
That was false information, and that's how it go. He probably was feeling good. He thought they was going to let him out on early.
Who told him that, though?
Whoever told it is a dumb motherfucker. You all cold, man. You got the whole city router. You can't do that here to us Detroiters, especially us in the heart.
In the feds, too, right?
Man.
Oh, hell no.
They gave him, like, some absurd number for all he was doing was putting his people on.
Yeah.
Like, if think about yourself as the mayor.
I get it.
Think about yourself as the mayor, right?
And
if you have the power and your people are capable, you ain't just hiring no, like,
I understand.
I'm talking about you have qualified, reputable people that you know. Ain't you gonna put them on? I'm just saying.
Does that justify the nepotism?
Hold
on. Just because they're qualified.
Absolutely.
Just because they qualified, are they the most qualified?
Yes, in my group, yes. If I'm the mayor, they the most qualified. Goddamn it. Push it through. Boom. It happens all the time.
It does.
Hello.
It sure
you know
does.
what I mean? He just happened to get 28 years for the bullshit, like some more absurd shit. So salute to a real one, Kwame. We fucking with you heavy, man.
Yeah,
we know you was trying to get it in and do your thing, bro. You know what I mean?
You from the D.
Hey, listen. Hey,
you got a different outlook on all
us Detroiters, man. You can do no wrong, Kwame. We know what you was on, bro. You know, you was for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's another thing, and they played my man, and that's fucked up. But B,
what you got, man?
Oh, we love talking. We love starting off with random and goofy shit. I don't know if we even mentioned this shit. We just so hyped. This shit, it's a lot of shit going on. It's too hard to keep up. Episode 51. Family can be your worst enemy. We're gonna have that discussion. We're gonna talk about that.
Everybody knows, though. I think you know.
We're gonna talk about it. But
everybody knows.
Did y'all? Please tell me y'all saw that video of my man with no arms. And he stuck the jewelry store up.
You talking about my man who had the gun in his feet? Bro. My man, look, he was leaned back, right?
That is the funniest fucking video.
And he had his feet up barefoot with a gun in his feet while he in his little motor chair pointing at the people demanding money.
Who helped him get the gun?
I have no idea.
Where did he get it from?
He picked it up off the street.
From where?
With his feet. How's he gonna pick it up?
So, hey, salute to Tariq. That's it. Can he be charged with armed robbery?
Yes. He can.
He don't have the arms.
Yes, they don't.
There's no arms. How can he be charged with armed robbery? Hey, look, and here's the thing. It was people standing next to him. He had the gun, and nobody gave a fuck. They was like, boy, I slapped that shit out your stupid ass feet. You were giving the bag of money and drop it on the gun, and this stupid ass to drop the gun. Bro, you good? Hey,
I wanted to know what was the outcome.
Bro, I think he got high as fuck and just had an idea and just went for it.
He lost his job.
Hey, bro, that video fake. That video is fake. They set that up, bro. That is pure comedy. How can you can't handcuff him?
I wouldn't be surprised if that shit was real, G. I wouldn't be surprised.
Y'all got to see this video if you haven't saw it. This man is in a wheelchair, and he got the left foot holding the gun and the right with the toe on the trigger.
Here's the thing.
And nobody gave a fuck. There were people standing around walking by him.
Here's the thing. If they would have threw the money on him and he would have got the money back, he could have threw the gun down. First of all, it wouldn't have had no fingerprints on it. First of all, it wouldn't have no fingerprints. Second of all, once he rolled out the bank, who would have expected that he was the one to rob it?
Yeah, they don't got your toe prints.
They don't got your toe prints on file.
Holy shit.
They don't. They probably got his baby foot in a hospital record somewhere. That's about it.
Bro. This is the
They gonna run that baby foot record?
This is the video that keep on giving. Who put this motherfucker up to that?
He did, man. He put himself up to it.
And where was it at? Like, cause the ill part, like I said, the ill part about it was people literally feet from him. They could have knocked the gun out of him. They didn't even give a shit. They were still shopping. They laughed at him and kept walking. They went to ring that shit up while he was trying to rob them.
Gee, you said it was literally people.
It was a woman a foot from. I didn't even think that. Oh God! I ain't even trying to do that, but I did it.
It was a woman a foot from him.
A foot slip. Oh God.
No pun intended.
That
was intentional.
Thank you. Hey man, what will we do without the internet?
Shit.
Please tell me y'all seen that video, please.
If they haven't, they will.
Who put him up to that? Who put this man up to that bullshit? And whoever did it, God bless you.
He did it, man.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, I think like everybody that's of sane mind and a full body jail you never want to go to. I think you definitely don't want to go to jail with no arms, bro. You don't want to go. You don't want to go to jail with no arms, bro.
Did you say what?
Same body, same mind. Like you
got
your whole shit. You got your whole shit together.
Same mind and full body.
Yeah, full body. Like you got all your limbs, man. You feel me? We got to be honest. That's the elephant in the room. We can't glide by that. You don't want to be in prison or county or any restraints without arms, man. You in for some shit. And he is going to jail, probably. And good luck, because he didn't think that through, or maybe he did and didn't give a fuck. I mean, because I'm sure he's getting disability. What did he need the money for?
Man, oh God, I don't know, man. Probably for some bionics.
I hope this story come out in the news and they really do a follow up.
Because I want to know. I want to know the some arms.
I want to know the. I want to know the end goal to this shit, because what was it? I would love to get in his brain and know, why did you do it?
Why not? Why do anybody else rob a bank, G? They need the money. Just because he ain't got no hands, he ain't capable?
Yeah, but he got disability.
He say, don't treat me like a handicap.
He got disability.
If he ain't got no address, where's disability
He's got disability.
How you know?
I got that chair? Yeah, because man, he paraplegic. Man, that's beyond paraplegic. That's even more.
That's not the funny part, man.
You born with no arms, man. You definitely getting money from society. You deserve it. Think about all the shit you can't do without arms, man. I mean, that's terrifying as it is. Just even thinking about that. So
yeah, that's
salute to him, man. And thank you.
He did what he had to do. That's he a G for that,
hey,
man.
Good luck to you, and I hope you make it, nigga. Wherever you are. And this, of course, just random and goofy shit, but I love giving salutes to anybody doing dope shit. And today, I'm going to give some dope shit to Marie Van Brittan Brown.
Who is
that, you may ask? She invented the first home security system.
Get out of here.
First closed circuit TV, bro. Yeah.
No, she didn't, bro.
Hey, listen, that's what they say. And a lot of her, I read the story. A lot of the things we have, like Ring, salute to Ring, that's the dopest shit. Like everybody
originated from her.
Yeah, you need some type of home security. Yeah, it's like she did this shit. Like she was born in October 22nd, 1922. She got the patent for the invention. She filed it in 1966. Which later influenced modern home security systems. Yeah, the Queens native, she was inspired by the security risks in her neighborhood.
That's big.
It was some people out there, and she had a system with 3 peepholes. She had one for adult, a smaller motherfucker, and kids.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And she even triggered it to show video. Way back then, bro.
Wow.
Interesting. So salute to her, man.
The game. Yeah,
so everybody bit off her shit.
Of course they did. Yeah, just slightly modified her patent and made a new one, of course.
Bruh, like, I thought that was, I'm like, damn, 1966,
that's
bro.
Dope.
Came up with that in 66.
Security is a big business, man.
Yes, yeah. Marie Van Brittan Brown. Mm-hmm. Salute to you.
Salute, Marie. Yeah. Is she still alive?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I didn't even go that far. I was just amazed by the story. Like, damn. So we thinking these motherfuckers revolutionary and done some dope shit. They just stealing patents. That's all they doing. They just updating it.
Or wait till you die and steal your patent.
But at the same time, it's necessary. But you know, she's the breadwinner with that. She's the motherfucking triumphant one. She helped come up with that, and
it's a good
we got to thank her, man.
G with the useless facts.
And hey B, I gotta ask you a question. I feel kind of guilty
about what?
I'm in a love-hate relationship with gentrification, and I feel bad.
Okay.
Because as a whole, gentrification is some pure bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Gentrification is the reason why you see what's my man named George Floyd. You see why he get choked out. It is the presumption that melanated black skin is not worth very much. And the reason I say that is because I was a homeowner. I was a homeowner in 2009, right? You know what I mean? Didn't know much about nothing. Young. Just wanted the crib. I'm like, well, shit. And this is the time when the fucking economy was crashing. You know what I mean? It was terrible at the time, so it was a great time to buy. It just happened we was ready for our first crib, wife and I, and we bought a crib, and it was so low. Like, you know what I mean?
It was affordable. It was cheap.
It was. And I thought it was cool. I'm like, straight up. Like, shit, we was paying more we was paying just as much in the apartment.
They did a little something to it.
You know what I mean? Got 3 levels, basement, mid-level. Right. You know what I mean? So we was cool. And bought the crib, and then people was like, oh, you kind of live in the hood, blah, blah, blah. And the hood just mean black folk, because let me tell you something. We bought our crib in 2009. Nothing has changed but the residents.
And your neighborhood look the same
it wasn't like it was just houses run down. It was everybody was occupied. It was only one house that wasn't occupied.
Okay.
And now it was like it's occupied now. So everything like is the same but the residents. And guess what?
Hold on. But the residents that changed are the ones whose houses look better.
No. The houses look the same.
Nothing
the residents changed. They just white.
They didn't do nothing to the houses.
It was black folk in there.
Because your neighborhood don't look shit like it did 5 years ago.
It was black folk in there. Right?
Yeah.
Now it's white folk in there.
Yeah.
And now the property value that went up.
Oh. So you like gentrification? I'm
like, well, shit. How should I feel about this? It's like, I feel bad because when my people was there, it should have been good enough for the property value to be where it was. But the fact that it done boosted a significant amount.
Because you like, well, goddamn, you can benefit from the gentrification.
Yeah, it's like
you got ownership. You're not renting and leasing. You're not getting put out.
Yeah, that's my shit.
When the block, you know what I mean, eats, you eat. You feel me?
I'm like, well, shit. How should I feel about this now? It's like, I want to be mad, but shit, I'm up. God damn it, I'm feeling great.
Because listen, I hate to say this. No, I don't hate to say it.
That's fucked up. But that's fucked up, bro.
But the people who probably aren't there anymore, they either sold, moved to a nicer neighborhood of their preference, or they were renting.
And I'm not one of them neighbors that get in people's business. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to meet you for real. I just want to say hi and bye. Like, I'm not all into the... You know what I mean? I have conversations casually with the neighbors directly next to me, but I'm not one of them neighbors that know everybody on the block. You know what I mean?
Now
I don't give a shit.
Let me kind of come from a perspective too. I don't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry,
because I don't want it to sound like
I feel bad. I just feel bad about it.
Some fuckboy shit. But gentrification can be a serious problem. Like when we're talking about tearing down. No, okay, I'm saying it can be because we've seen where it's not as so much. So I want to go for both perspectives.
Yeah.
So gentrification as a problem is when you go and tear down 3 or 4 project buildings where there's hundreds of families living, and once those projects are torn down, those people have nowhere to go. That's a problem. So now you leave hundreds of stray families on the street who possibly don't have anywhere to live.
Or boost people rent up to the point where they
can't afford it, and they end up getting kicked out, which is that's the game, right?
Yeah,
so that in that sense, gentrification is horrible because people are forced out of their living situations for another person to make a profit. Okay? And these people probably been paying their rent for 10, 15, 20 years, especially in high-rise places like Chicago and New York and shit like that. And even here, we know that shit happened in some of the, more cultural areas in the neighborhood. I'm trying to be PC in the city. But then
we get it. It's all good.
You got the kind of gentrification where a few different people move into your neighborhood and make their houses look pretty. Your house look good. You did some nice shit to your crib. And the value goes up for everybody. And nobody was hurt in the process. A few renters and a few sellers. So in that sense, gentrification was good. Because who really would be upset if you got neighbors who drove the value of your property up? When people start coming in and start taking care of their shit, would you have a problem with that in your neighborhood? No matter what color they were.
No, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I'm going to be honest. Majority of the people, they took care of their shit. Like, a majority of the people, they was on top of it. Because when I moved into the neighborhood, it was older people. So they didn't have shit else to do but take care of their shit.
So then you gotta ask yourself.
But they just apparently wasn't able to afford to stay there for some reason. So you know what I mean?
What's up, Big Ray? We see you, OG. Thanks for joining,
man. What up,
man?
though? Hey, we fuck with you heavy, man. We appreciate everything. But it's just interesting because ain't nothing changed, man. Really, it's just the people, man. So it's like that shows you the value of what an all-black neighborhood can bring, as opposed to when you put a few white people. Because it slowly from 2009 to now, it just slowly.
And you think it's slowly? You think it's slowly because of the race?
Slowly, absolutely. It's 100%.
Well, that's your neighborhood. You would know
better because I've been there. Literally, listen to me. I'm telling you, nothing has changed on that motherfucker. But
it looks nicer to me. I'm just saying, your shit look nicer.
It look nicer because
your neighbors on the side of you always kept their shit nice.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. They always majority of people on that shit. Shit is
nice. It's a nice block.
I'm not. I don't do the gardening and all that shit. My shit. I'm the one that got to step my game up. Like a lot of my neighbors, their yards and shit, they keep their shit up. That's what I'm saying. Ain't shit changed, but the residents. I'm telling you.
You feel that's what it is.
So it's like I feel bad though because now I'm winning and I'm like, well, goddamn. So, but I just feel like that's fucked up that a different set of people got to move in to change the value of a neighborhood you've been living in.
Would that make you upset? Somebody chime in and tell me, OG Ray, would that make you upset? It makes me upset. If a few white people moved into your neighborhood and your property value went up?
It makes me upset, but at the same time, I appreciate it
because you benefit.
But at the same time, that's the bigger picture, and that's why you see motherfuckers getting killed by people that's supposed to protect and serve and not value life. It's that same thinking. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
He said no, sir. He wouldn't mind.
It's that same thing. But that's what I'm saying. I got a love-hate relationship because now I'm like, well, shit. You know what I mean? I'm in a great situation, so that's tough. That's tough. I mean, let me know what y'all think, man. Like, I don't agree with gentrification in any way, but then when you're the beneficiary of it,
it make you look a little. You just sit back and say, well, ain't that bad? Because see, my question is
that's if a conundrum.
Listen, if the houses were just as nice and the property was just as good,
straight up, bro,
where did those people go? They weren't forced out. You didn't see no evictions. Well, so did they sell? I said a lot of people were renting.
Some people died.
Okay.
And you feel me? And then the house went to whoever.
Right.
Some people were just renting, couldn't afford it. Mm-hmm. And got the hell on.
Or just decided to move.
Or the
owner decided to sell. Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like there was any foul play in your neighborhood, or you don't see any signs of that. So it's simply just
I don't know.
White folks moving in, property value goes up.
I don't know what happened. Because I'm gonna be honest, it really wasn't that. You know, it was pretty affordable. You know what I mean? It was good. That's why we moved over there. It was cool. Man. It was affordable. You know what I'm saying? So still is affordable. So I don't know.
All I'm saying is interesting. When you first moved over there, that shit didn't look like what it looked like now. And you there every day, so you probably don't notice how much it's changed.
Yeah, because the residents have changed.
I've seen it change quite a bit.
But like you said, the people that's been next to me and all, they always keep their shit.
OGs though.
That's what I'm saying. So
in my eyes, lightweight full of OGs.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The whole block was full of OGs, man. Yeah. We ain't have no young people over there bullshitting. All right. So it's interesting. So
Jamo, what's up, fam?
What up, though?
He said, nice to be back on SimpFree. Been gone for a minute trying to save lives from the Rona. Hey, we need you out there, Jamo, man. Keep doing the God's work, man.
Yes, sir.
People need you, fam. They put that bullshit out here, and we got soldiers on the front line like you. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Cool Cola say that only helps a select few, though, not the collective. Gotta consider other black people that don't get the opportunity. I think good or bad depends on who you trying to look out for. Real spit.
Cool Cola, and that's the thing. Because I did what you fiscally supposed to do. We bought low.
Yeah.
And now the shit done went high.
Now what do you do now?
But the thing is, when I bought low, it was only low because neighborhood was full of black folk. And see what he said. It only helps a few, and I'm the few, and that's why I have a love-hate relationship. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I get the bigger picture, and it's some straight up bullshit. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm a beneficiary. So now it's like I'm hypocritical. I'm talking shit, but I'm benefiting off of it. It's very tough, but we appreciate it, man. Straight up.
Oh, Ray Jones comes with, I love for all my people to catch on to the value of property and how it works. Yeah, man, we will too, bro. It's big spit.
That's a lick when you could buy anything.
That's
low,
something you can
and it raise high and it go high.
Yeah. And it's something you can keep forever, man. That's really what the American dream is about, is acquiring property.
Do you think that'll ever change?
No.
That's crazy, right? Yeah. Gentrification is here to stay. But ain't it funny how you can have an area that's destitute and so run down, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you get residents of another race, we'll say white folk, that move in, all of a sudden money, you know what I mean? Funds just appear out of nowhere. Yeah. It's like all of a sudden now all the funds are there and the resources can get put back into that neighborhood that wasn't there before. And it's always like, well, shit, why wasn't the resources and stuff there? Because they each fucking area is supposed to get a certain amount of paper to help the community, but it seems like it never goes to the right community, the right side.
It does.
The shit is crazy, man.
It does.
I mean, it's crazy, but I don't know. I feel weird about it.
And Ray says, situation. How do you charge that issue, G? How do you charge that issue?
I charge it to the game, man. And I'm one of the fortunate ones that's benefiting off of gentrification, unfortunately. That's how I feel about it. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't like it, but at the same time, here I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't really go too hard on it because, look, it's helping me.
Right.
But at the same time, I think more about my people and the situation. I just don't like how... even if we tried to, what do you call that shit, refi or whatever?
Yeah.
Back in the day, they wouldn't let us. There wasn't enough equity in the motherfucker. Right, Nobody gave a shit. Now they call you every week.
Hey, you want to refi?
Yeah, like so,
Oh, okay. Cool Cola said it's one of the many tactics that's used to eliminate melanated folks. Seems like he's in big agreement with you.
Cola,
we all know that's the case. We all know that's the case.
It's vicious. Hey, let me get into one more topic before we go into our show.
Race ain't changed. Not how you charge it, but how you change that issue.
You can't change it,
by educating your people to own property so they can benefit from it.
And that's why this is my brother, because that's where I was going. I was young. Like I said, I was young buying in my property, so I just assumed everybody owned their shit. You know what I mean? I just assumed everybody, because for a few years the shit was, it stayed the same.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers, like I said, these are older people.
Yeah.
So they had been on that block for a minute. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of my neighbors are way like my daddy age. They older. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I assumed they all owned. You know what I mean? They had that shit forever. Then all of a sudden it just was swept under their feet. Now I'm saying I don't know if a lot of people died. And then the shit went, so that that's a possibility. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't mingle with my neighbors, so I didn't get all in their business because I didn't want them in mine. I'm always like that. I don't want to know all you motherfuckers.
But leave me alone. We know now is that
so I don't know, and all I know we up. So I don't know, man. And you can't never change it. Gentrification here to stay. That's a wrap. Right. It's done. So
Genie here to stay.
Can I ask you a question?
Are we going into the top?
Yeah, let's go into the topic.
I gotta keep your ass on track. Go ahead with the question, man.
Yeah. I was gonna ask another one.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
Episode 51.
What is it?
We moving. We grooving. Family can be your worst enemy.
Nigga, what's the question?
Why do you think your own family can be your worst enemy and hate on your goals?
Wait a minute.
Why do you think that?
Hold on, G. You still going forward. I know I told you to go in.
I want to go into the question.
Is this the question?
This is the question about family.
Were you going to ask another question before we got into it?
No. I was, but I'm going to say that.
That's the question I wanted to know about.
You want to know about that question?
Yeah, that's the question I want. But fuck it. Now we on this now.
Nope. You want to know about it. See what you did? You see the rabbit hole you just sent me down?
I was going to say it, man. Go.
I've been seeing shit online. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been chilling with a female and another female popped up on you?
What you mean popped up on me?
Came to your crib, unannounced, found you.
Yeah.
You said you was somewhere, and they popped up on you where your ass said you was supposed to be. You ass was, and they knew exactly where you were. Have you ever been in that situation?
I have.
Now, have it ever been a tumultuous situation? Have it ever worked out for you?
No.
It's never?
No, not well.
I got an interesting situation like that because most of the time you're like, oh shit. I was in a situation where I was relieved.
How? Explain.
I want to get into this because I was in my second year college, third year college, at the crib in the D. Right,
yeah, I'm listening.
I had a girl, and somehow I got in contact with it was my girl I had in high school, my very first girlfriend ever had. Right.
Okay.
Got in contact with her later. We started getting a little cool, chilling a little bit again. Right. She came through with her girl. I had one of my boys over. So it was late. I done spent my girlfriend at the time. I spent her. I told her I was sleepy.
With the old shit.
I told her I was sleepy, and she didn't believe me for some reason.
Didn't.
So she came to my mom and dad crib unbeknownst. I didn't know this shit was happening. So my ex comes over with her girl, right?
Yeah.
And as she's there, it reminded me of why I left her. She got on my nerves in like 10 minutes, bro. And I couldn't fucking wait for her to get the fuck out my house. But my boy was having fun, so I didn't want to hate. So I was, you know what I mean? So it looked like I was on some fuck shit. But really, I wasn't. And I was relieved. Like, my current girl at the time popped up on me. And made him leave. She made him leave. And
you were so happy.
I let him go. Number one, it's my people crib.
What
so
about
y'all damn sure
though?
not about to act a fool. Y'all not about to act a fool in my people crib.
What about your boy though?
She made his girl leave? No, she said she could stay, but that was her ride was leaving, so she had to go too. She said she can stay, but she gotta go. So of course that's her ride, so she had to leave too. So I felt bad about the situation, but I felt like I was rescued.
You were, man.
I don't even know if I was gonna do anything, but
it's horrible.
I felt great.
Sleepy.
I was saying, man. Hey, that situation is. But a lot of people be in that situation, and their girl pop on that NFL dude, man. His wife popped up on him, found his location, put the pistol to his head. Shit goes down, man. Majority of the time, that's not no time you want nobody to pop up on you. When your girl pop up on you, you know what I mean? When your ass is somewhere when your ass ain't supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's not a good feeling, bro.
The confidence coming.
Yeah.
The confidence coming.
And this is the one time where I felt great about it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I just thought that was some silly shit, man. Because people be in that situation all the time.
They do.
You know what I mean? So
stay out that situation. That situation can be deadly.
How do you swim it?
You don't. Just what do you mean swim it?
Because you in the situation and you've had it happen. How did you dodge it? What happened? Did both situations leave, or was you able to manage to keep the one that was there?
You managed to keep one. Yeah, you always got to manage to keep one.
And then the goal is for them not to fight, though, right? Or do you want them to fight?
No, that's whack as fuck. People don't need to be scrapping over me. I ain't shit. I'm just a regular guy. I don't know why all. But
that don't boost your ego a little bit to have two females fighting over you?
That don't turn me on at all.
And then they still fuck with you after the fight?
No, because I feel like I'd be a bitch if I was to fight over a chick just on sight. If I saw a dude with my girl because she choosing and I want to put paws on him, excuse me, he just being a fella. My issue's with her. I'll catch up with her later.
But you on the SimpFree podcast, so your mentality is different.
That's true. So I'm only going by my experience.
So, but when it's reversed and somebody is fighting over you, don't that boost your ego just a little bit?
Not really. No, it don't. It don't. I'm sorry.
Especially if you don't lose either one.
See, that's even worse.
You say that's even worse?
Because now there's a competition. There's a tug of war for you, and that shit can be stressful and ugly, and I'm straight. And then there's gonna be more pop-ups and more fights.
Well, sometimes you gotta let them fight.
Then you got domestics and shit. I'm straight, man. Somebody gonna get hurt.
Sometimes you gotta let them fight.
If they want to scrap, go ahead.
Yeah, but no, that is.
I've been some situations when me and Brody was together where they were.
Yeah, you know,
fucking the hard way up.
Yeah, that should go. You don't want them to fight.
I wouldn't.
I'm just talking some shit. I just thought that was some funny shit to throw out there. But let's get into it, man. Family, man. Family. How do you feel about family, man?
I love my family. Man, me and my family, Nat's ass, man. That's how tight we are.
Facts, yeah.
Bro, sis, mom, pops, cousin, nephew, you know what I'm saying?
I've been around your family, yeah. And I'm the same way.
I'm going to tell you why we tight, though. The reason why me and my family tight, because in our general experience growing up, we were kind of like considered to be the totem, the bottom of the totem pole. And whether the family members want to admit it or not, that's how the fuck we felt.
So wait. You said,
they probably don't know we feel that way.
Wait, run that by me again. You said you felt like your family, your side
was treated
like, as the bottom of the totem pole.
In regards to the families, yeah. My dad was a crackhead. Well, my biological father wasn't around. My brother's biological father wasn't around. My sister's biological father, who took me in, was a crackhead. He was in and out for 15 years. My mom was a single mom with 3 kids who was on welfare. And other families had, like, their kids by the same guy, or they had homes and we were renting and, shit like that. And mom didn't always have a car and this and that. So shit was said and shit came out and you heard shit as a kid that made you feel that, and some of the treatment also let you know that.
Did that give you animosity for your family growing up?
When I was younger, I didn't like this shit, but as a kid, you just want to get back to playing and forget about the trouble and the pain. You know what I'm saying? The shit that hurts you. You just forget about it and go back,
because you really don't know the depth. So you do, but you don't as a kid.
Right, because I would call my mom like, damn, we talking about you. I was snitching.
Oh, you didn't want to know?
Nigga, that shit used to hurt me. Nigga, who the fuck else was I going to call? At 7.
Bro.
Motherfuckers dogging my mom.
Bro was there too, what you
Nah, nigga, bro was hanging with other people. And so when...
What up, though,
bro? Through all of that, Pop sobering up and being there for me and sis, and bro evolving into the man he is, and mom just keeping it together like she did, man. We got super tight because even on my dad's side, he was that too, like because of his habits and shit. So anyway, we up now, folk. So that's why we tight, because we've already felt that outside pressure, and we had to band together because we didn't like that feeling. And me and my brother vowed to make sure that my sons and his son don't ever feel like that, and they gonna be tight,
man. And that's what's up, man. That's what you learn growing through shit like that.
Man, I'm jealous as hell of my kids, man. I wish I had a dad like me, nigga.
Family, like having animosity or some shit with family, that shit don't ever register.
I do though. Let me correct. I do have a dad like me.
Fact.
Was a gap there.
Yeah, but that shit don't register with me because my family, we grew up like, it was always close knit. But it's like with my family now, it's like the older everybody has gotten, the more we are apart. Like we don't kick it. That. You know, I don't like that. You know, I feel bad at times, but at the same time, it's very hard to keep up with everybody. Mm-hmm. So, but my family, we're not as tight knit as we used to be.
I feel that,
and I don't like that because back then, everybody used to link up, and we had a lot more people there. People done died off. You know what I mean? People done moved. Mm-hmm. People done got families. So you know what I mean? Yeah. It's the older you get, the harder it is to separate that family. But at the same time, you still love them, but. Do you feel that sometimes family can still be your enemy? Do you feel like they can be against you? Even though you have their best interests at heart? Do you feel as though some family can like really despise the fact that you're the one doing right? Like they should be the ones in that situation? Do you feel that with your family?
Like
that's unfortunate, bro.
So in my fam, man, it's a lot of cousins. It's a lot of men in my family.
I'm the opposite. There's a lot of females.
Yeah, it's a lot of men in my family on all sides. Like all my uncles got 2 sons, a son or 2 sons, and then all my aunts got at least 1 son or 2 sons. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of men in the family, and we all grew up together and played together when we were real tight. But there are some members of the fam who seem to have that kind of resentment that, you know, like I'm the one, or bro the one, or you know Sam the one, or Rance the one, and they ain't. You know what I'm saying? Or D-Hob the one, and it's really pretty much just 1 or 2, but you know what I'm saying? And it's because niggas haven't taken accountability for they fuck ups and what they did. Because we got family members who done stole from everybody, but they still they still invited to the table at Christmas. You see what I'm saying?
That's how we And you say still invited.
Still.
And see, and that's the best part about family.
Because some families we go to war with people in the street. We don't go to war inside of our family. There's people who go to war inside of their families, bro. Like people like disowning daughters and sons because they didn't go to the school they chose, or because of the person they chose, or you know what I mean, uncles and nephews being racist towards this one because she chose somebody outside of their race, and like, man, that shit is horrible, man.
Hey, let me be honest.
I don't deal with that in my family.
And I was about to say, let me be honest. I've never dealt with stealing like that in my family. And if you was a stealing motherfucker, you wouldn't be invited. My family, We love you from afar. Your ass is not invited. If you was stealing, motherfucker, no, you're not getting invited to the pickup. You know the family get together.
The festivities.
No, you're not invited. No. We don't. That thievery. No. We make sure we keep a close eye on them type of motherfuckers. Man, but at the same time, my family wasn't really that big either. Necessarily my immediate family. Like, of course, we got the second cousins and all that. But I'm talking about your immediate family, people that you rock with all the time. Fortunately. We didn't deal with the stealing. That was cool. So.
Yeah, I mean, you don't deal with it. You take it. But, I mean, a person is who they is. They got that issue. But, you know what I mean? A motherfucker steal from you, and you see him a year and a half later. Still a fan. And Mr. Ritola said, sometimes family is the first ones to put you down. Cool Cola said it definitely happens, but the bigger... Okay, he said, but the bigger issues, in my opinion, is that family would just treat you however and then expect you to excuse it because you're blood. Yeah, and that's why family treat you like they do, because at the end of the day, they still family. So they're still going to be at Christmas.
So do you think they treat you like that because they know you family and they know you're going to give in at the end of the day? Is that a sign of weakness?
That's how you carry yourself.
Or is that how
I can forgive you and still be cool with you even though you did some hoe shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that we ain't finna ride out and link up and you ain't finna stay with me for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But
but you do overlook you give that leash is a lot longer with family though.
But you can't. It's some family members who like, yo, I ain't having that shit.
Yeah.
He ain't coming over here. Don't come around me. I'ma bust his head if I see him. And they know to stay away from that family member. But you got some aunties and some moms and some people who always enable, you know, because they would want to do what grandmama would have done and shit. But you know how it is, man.
So, but do you think it's really hate? Do you think family members really hate on you out of love and protection? They don't want to see you get hurt, or do you feel it's out of lack of ambition? Shit. They don't want to see you strive for something that they wish they felt like they should have did. You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, hate don't come from love and protection. You ain't loving me and you ain't protecting me if you're being negative about how I'm trying to move. Especially if I'm trying to move positively.
You know, it's like you think you want to move out to L.A. or you want to and do something to follow your career, and they're like, oh, well, you know this is going to happen. And you know out there, you know, giving you all the rundown on the reasons why you shouldn't move out somewhere as opposed to telling you the pluses. And I'm saying they might not even be doing it in a malicious way. Mm-hmm. They're thinking they're protecting you.
Right.
Like, you need to look out for this. You need to look out for that.
I see what you're saying.
But it really could be hate. It's like, you've never done it, and you don't want to see me do it, and you're laying out all the pitfalls that I can fall for, but I'm ready for it. You know what I mean?
Let me put it to you like this. Somebody who genuinely loves you and care about you and see how your face light up when you talk about chasing your dreams would never try to hold you back from doing some shit like that. Especially if you've been grown into your mature self. Trust God and go, bro. That's supposed to be the motherfucking motivation. You raised me already. You know what I mean? Pat me on my back and send me on my motherfucking way and wish me the best. Don't try to hinder me. That's the difference between.
But they looking at it as love.
That ain't no fucking.
They like, I'm not hindering you. I'm giving you. I'm trying
to bumpkin podunk way of looking at shit.
Yeah, it's always looking at the worst part of it instead of giving you the best outcome. It's always, well, you know, this can happen. If you go out there, is laying out all the reasons of why you shouldn't do some shit. But they don't look at it.
To me, that's
as hate. They look at it as helping.
That's
something to look out for.
A slave mentality, instilling fear in yourself. Fear ain't shit but being afraid of something that hasn't happened yet. If you're afraid to go to LA because you might fail,
or anywhere,
come back home.
It ain't gotta be LA. Anything,
anywhere. But
wherever
I'm saying,
you want to chase your dream.
Fear it's not real when you think about it. It's something you fabricated up in your own motherfucking head to make an excuse on why not to do something.
So do you think
unless it's a physical fear, like something you're actually afraid of? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like an animal or like a phobia, some shit like that. That's a different chemical reaction. But I'm talking about the fear to move forward or to attempt to chase your dreams or to at least give it a go to see if it was for you or not. That's a different kind of fear. That's cowardice to me. Or it's an esteem issue.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Because I'm going to keep going for mine. If I keep failing, fuck it. I'm going to keep failing, but I'm going to keep going for mine because I can't rest knowing that I stopped and I didn't make it.
So you think it's more motherfuckers hating, hoping you don't make it and hoping you don't go chase your dreams and stay where they are.
Shit, that's
as
what
opposed to wanting you to go out and chase your dreams.
That's what the hate
and
comes
wanting
with.
you to make it.
That's what the hate comes with.
But you don't want to feel like that's coming from your family. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You want to feel like that's helping because if we family, if the better I do, the better you do. You know what I mean?
Right. Because Cool Colas, for example. I think hate isn't the issue. I see more of I want to live vicariously through you than anything. It's more about selfishness, in my opinion, that hatred in most families.
So do you take that? Do you just do it go in one ear and out the other? Or do you hold some animosity?
Well, here it is. Mrs. Cherie Tober said, I think it depends on how the family member is coming at you. Sometimes I feel like family is hating. If they love you like they say they do, they will support you. Sometimes you feel like family hate, but if they love you like they say they do, they'll support you, regardless of what their fear is for you.
That's a fact.
Sorry, social distance. Yeah. So that regardless of what their fear is for you, they should still support you because this is what you want. And if you love me, you want what I want for me, right?
Yeah.
I want this for me. I think this is the best thing for me. You lived your motherfucking life. Give me the right advice and say chase your dream. Or go get that for you. Or make the attempt to get that for you. So you will know if it was for you and at least you tried.
Yeah. I think that's where it comes. It's like in the initial part, it's more fearful, like, oh, you might be younger or whatever. They looking out for you. I know best, blah, blah, blah. And then when you make it, now they proud. It's more like,
that's my bad.
I knew you could do it. I knew this at the same time, you know what I mean? And they've never done it.
Mm-hmm.
So they think they're helping you, and then when you achieve your goal, then it's like, oh, well, shit, they did know what the fuck they were talking about.
But
sometimes you need that motivation, though. You need that hate.
Speaking of that motivation, that's what I was about to say. Because some people,
sometimes that's great.
Some people like an uncle or a granddad that know your ass and to tell you, no, you can't do that.
Yeah,
they know you ain't gonna never make it. Because they know you, bullheaded ass, you gonna go and do it. So that's how they like the fire under you. So again, I guess it is if they understand you and how they coming at you. But for the most part, hate don't come with love, man. If a motherfucker hating on you, you can sense it. You should be able to.
So if you do actually reach your goals and you make it to the level you think is success, no matter what, fuck what everybody else.
Right. Everybody has their own opinion.
Your level of success. If you make it, do you think you owe it to family to help them out and lift them up, whether they helped you or not? Just because they family, do you owe it to them if they're in a situation to reach out and bring them and pull them up?
I feel I owe it to my kindred family members who I have that love with to take care of. The ones who I'll take care of and I know that ain't gonna ask me for it. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I'm gonna just take care of just cause. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like everybody in the family gonna get broke the fuck off. It just don't work like that. Because, again, remember that totem pole, my nigga. And I'm not saying I hold grudges, but I know from a seedling that you didn't have my best interest at heart. You never did. So why would I share my gift with you? You ain't drop no jewels on me. You ain't give me no pats on the back. You ain't show me the kind of love I needed. All you did was create separation between your kids and us. So why would we break bread with you?
And see, and I feel that same way, but I'm the motherfucker that would still break bread with them.
I would too. I'm just saying, but they not gonna be the first ones to get broke. They gonna see everybody else get broke, then they gonna have to sit and wait.
But see, that's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers are manipulative, and they know how to play on your heartstrings. See, they know who go for it and pull it, and who ain't. I'm the one that you can pull it on. If you family and I got genuine love for you, you've done anything for me.
Yeah, you got me.
No matter how bad I don't want to, if I got it, you got it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not on my heart to be no whole ass nigga and be like, I got it, but fuck that. They did this when I was 10.
See, but
I was 11 and they ain't let me. Fuck all that.
I'm saying that, but they not gonna be my go-tos. I'm going to still help, but they're not going to be like, I'm not going to bless them. They're going to have to come holler at me. You want something? Fuck y'all.
No, I'm saying they do come holler.
Then I got to take care of it. But
no, it's some people that would say, fuck you.
Well, that's
you ain't getting shit.
Yeah, I know.
I can't do it.
I'm not going to compromise my integrity because somebody else was on some hoe shit. Yeah. And I'm big on that. Like, I'd be like, man, you know what? I ain't going to because they. And then I'm like, nah. Don't be a hoe ass nigga because they was a hoe.
Yeah.
You keep being the real one and do the next right thing. You know what I mean? Keep doing the next right thing. Don't be no hoe ass nigga because they some hoes.
And you could be feel like you're doing the right thing by helping them when really you hindering them.
Yeah,
because if you keep giving them, if every time a motherfucker needs something and you bail them out,
it's a big difference between helping and enabling.
Yeah. Because a motherfucker will sell you a dream on their last. I'm about to get this. This need to happen.
Man, I'm always on my last.
If you just do this,
I'm on my last too, bro.
And then if you help them, it's like. You think you're doing them like, oh yeah, well I got it, so I'm gonna give them this. But then you keep doing that, and then all of a sudden they hit you up every time they need some help, and then you become a crutch.
Man, I know somebody like that right now. I look out for them.
You become a crutch.
Yeah, and then like, and then I know 2 days
because
later
it's on your heart.
They need to look out, and then 2 days later they need to look out, and like every 2 days it's a lookout.
But you can't help it though, because you naturally, you don't want to say fuck you.
A motherfucker will use you up.
They gonna use you. You know what I mean? But it's just your obligation to help though. Because at the end of the day, they still family.
And another reason why family can be your worst enemy, because they're the closest one to you, and they know your shit. They know when sometimes you too close to family. They know when you broke. They know when you're going through a bad relationship. They know when you done did some shit you shouldn't have done. They know your fuck-ups. They will use you against you because they're on the inside. And that's how they can become your worst enemy. They'll use you against you.
Yeah. Would you cut family off?
I will.
Like, literally, don't speak to them.
If I have to, I haven't. Yeah. I don't have any. I love all my family for the most part.
Thank God.
I don't have that problem, but I will cut a motherfucker off.
Yeah, it's been family.
There's been some family members I haven't spoke to in a while.
Not because I cut them off.
Yeah, love is the same.
It's just life. Yeah. Right.
But for the most part, me and all my cousins and shit, we straight, man.
Yeah, and that's a love thing, and that's a good thing if you fuck me over, family or not, that's definitely like the level of fuck over. Like you get more leeway as family. Like you can get away with a lot more bullshit as family, more so than a motherfucker that's just your friend.
Right.
You feel me? Yep. So I will give. I would say I give more leeway at least to family. But I've never, thankfully, I love my family. Everybody's been kosher. I've never been fucked over by family like that, so I've never reached that spot.
That's good.
But if you have to be put in that situation, I don't know if I will be strong enough to just say fuck it and rid my family member like that. That's tough, man. Cool. There's a lot of motherfuckers that's brothers. You know what I mean? Can't stand each other. Brother and sister can't stand each other, and I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Because I'm the only child. I've never had a brother or a sibling, obviously, and the people that I've met, I crazy enough, everybody I've met that has a sibling, it's always a lovely relationship.
Yeah,
and that's how I feel. Like if that's my brother or sister, we went through
all the bullshit when we was kids. So as we mature, we just get tighter and tighter, bro.
You know how many motherfuckers can't stand each other and literally throw hands?
Me and my brother, like I said, we didn't fight in our family. We was raised we fight together outside. We don't fight each other inside.
That's so fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
It's people that can't stand their mama.
We've had our scraps and shit, but not compared to my niggas down the street. Them niggas used to try to kill each other.
You know what I'm saying? I could never. I'm talking about blood, like your mama. Like, imagine not speaking to your mama in 3-4 years.
That'll never fucking happen.
Like, that's the shit. And that's where the type of shit I'm getting to with this topic is like, it's some people's family dynamics that just interest the fuck out of me.
And me and my mama so much alike. I can't go 4 days without her giving me a call or me calling her. Just especially in this fucking pandemic.
I can feel when I've gone too long without calling my mama. Sometimes I go a week and a half. And I'm like, and it'll just hit me out of nowhere. Like, oh, you ain't called your mama.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Get on your shit.
We don't have the relationship that we talk every day. You know what I mean?
Because now that's our responsibility.
We can feel the energies. You know what I mean?
Check on it. That's what we're supposed to do.
And I always get on myself about that. I got to do better. It's not like, of course I love my mama, but sometimes I'll be busy and it slipped my fucking mind. And you know, I was going to call her this time. And then that time comes. And then now I forgot. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just got to get up and tap their cash up. My mama love that shit.
Oh,
Cool
tap
Cola,
that cash up? Oh, shit.
Cool Cola said, I think that you got to treat your mind like a filter and keep the stuff that makes sense. Get rid of the bull. People just got to stop glorifying the parent like they're always right and know what's best. That's true, man, because a lot of parents forget what it was like to be a kid or to be a teenager or to be in that mindset. And that generation gap can also cause a lot of friction as well.
Yeah, I think
your parent doesn't always know best, especially when they've already raised you and you've become a mature adult and you're in your 20s and some shit like that. I mean, you can always use your parents' opinion, but I don't think your parents should be the lead in how you live your life. Because there's some religions and certain, you know what I mean, backgrounds and shit where the parents run everything through the 30s and shit.
Oh, God.
Fuck away from me with that.
And salute to the parents that just, you know, they got their hands on you tough, but at the same time keep it off of you at the same time. It's a perfect balance.
Yeah.
As a parent, you got to learn that balance because my parents was loose strict. Do you get?
Mine
it's
too.
Like, it's certain aspects of my life, my childhood and all that was cool as fuck. Yeah. But there's other aspect where my friends could do some shit, I would never be able to get away with that shit. Like hanging out, doing shit at certain times. No. My boys invited me to do this. Mm-hmm. I know I'd get my ass beat if I hung out with them because they ain't got no rules. They could come in the crib and be good.
You had to spend the night at their house to do some shit.
Yeah, I had to lie and pull a joke and say I'm going to be somewhere where I'm not and to do that. You know what I mean? Or go to my auntie house, salute to me.
And it was home phones only, nigga. So if you wasn't at the house, you was fucked.
But I get it, though. I get the rhyme and reason and why they did that shit.
Yeah.
But so at the same time, man, you always stick by family. And I met this man here in 2000. And even though we're not related by blood, like, I can see my brother. Like, you know what I mean?
Nigga.
You just as close as family, bro. A motherfucker ain't necessarily got to be your blood to be family. And that's all it is, man. In these days and time, stick together. Fuck with your family, and they're hating. I think a lot of family hate out of love, but they just don't know how to get their message across. So it becomes very volatile and very like haterish. When really they just trying to save you from pitfalls.
Man, sit me
but
down.
You don't see the shit as you don't see.
Ask
it as
me
that,
what's
though.
my plan. Ask me like what's my move. Like you just act like you interested. Like get in my world and see what you want to do. Like you know what I mean. If a young man 17, 18 thinking about he want to make this move or go to this trade school or this college or he want to start this business, get in this world. It's like so what's your plan, bro? Like man, tell me about this exciting idea you got. And the motherfucker's just gonna pour all this shit out, and then you can help him put it together as opposed to helping him tear it apart.
But you know, a lot of families stay in. They go back to their mind when they was your age.
I don't give a fuck.
So, but they don't do it on purpose. So they're saying, so I've been there, done that. I know, but the times was different. They didn't have the internet. You didn't have this high speed shit that we have now. You didn't have to do like you could get a job at 18 and have that motherfucker till you 35, 40, and it pay good. Like jobs is leaving, shit is like moving quick. Like that shit you did back in the day, my dog, it don't work. Fam, like it's not gonna be good. So they don't realize that they're trying to hinder you more than help you. They feel like they're trying to help you, but really they have some hater shit.
You're right. Yo, Benny Blanco, what's up?
What up, though, fam? That's family right there. You feel me?
Big Blanc and Sharito. Let me see. Cool Cola said.
Great conversation, y'all.
Mr. Retober said, it depends on the family members. If you didn't support me when I was down and didn't have money, then it comes off like they're trying to use me. Real shit. Cool Colas, I had to make the tough cutoff calls a lot. you are blessed to not have to have dealt with that. Real spit. Yeah, G. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I thank my family,
What's
man.
up, Jamu? He said,
what up, though?
He said, B, quick question. You mentioned your family history. What can you say made you become successful and intelligent and not a statistic? Oh, shit, man.
That's deep, ain't it? Goddamn.
Yeah. I think I've said it quite a few times. Yeah, what kept
you on the straight and narrow?
I think I said it quite a few times before, Jamu, man. Coming up in a house where, you know what I mean, you got a pops who's addicted to a demon. Yeah. And you seeing that shit. And then you seeing your mom's fighting with that motherfucker. Then you see your mom's drinking because she's dealing with the stress. And then you see him in and out. And then you see the cats down the block doing this and doing that. And then they always fighting and trying to kill each other. Then you see other families just falling apart. I mean, man, I saw so much turmoil. I was sick of it early, bro.
But a lot of motherfuckers get attracted to it.
And I knew what I didn't want, Jamu. And that's what I went for. I went for the exact opposite of all that shit. That's why I'm so drama-free now. Fuck niggas don't even cross my sidewalk. I don't fuck with no fuck niggas, and I'm so less drama, man. You have no idea, bro. I have no time for it. And it was just to me, fam. I saw no future in it because it was just a circle of hurt, pain, and destruction.
And also I think this circle around you, the closest motherfuckers at your age, wasn't on that shit.
They were not.
You ain't got no motherfuckers in your family that I know of that's gang banging.
Nope.
Ain't no dumb shit.
Nah.
Everybody on your side of the family got rational minds that was males around your age.
It's a few
same
of them.
Same thing with my family. You got motherfuckers that maybe not be doing the best at the time, but nobody was on no super like crazy shit to make you like do some shit to land you in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody just did their own regular shit. Mm-hmm. And like Cool Cola said, I'm very thankful for the family I got. Like I've never had an issue with nobody in my family. We don't kick it as much as I would like just because of age and just getting older. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing I would change is just meeting up more. We always meet up for funerals.
Yeah, that's
and fuck shit.
Under the wrong
we don't never meet up for just just a Saturday, just a fuck it Saturday.
Right.
While we kicking
to eat and drink and shit.
Yeah, it's back in the day we did that. We got together we would make up a reason to have a party.
We need to do that.
It was like fuck it. But now the family separate. But
and just
this is a great conversation, y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Just to go on top of what you said, man. I've always wanted to own a corporation. And
why though? Where'd you get that from, man?
And I knew that I wouldn't get that motherfucker in jail.
Yeah, so absolutely not.
That just wasn't an option for me. Cherie Tober, I have had to make those tough cuts as well. I could not be around that type of energy. I don't hate them, but I cannot be around them sometimes. Some people deserve to be fed with a long spoon, Cherie.
Yeah, man.
I love you, man. And if I could be there for you when I can or how I can, but we don't need to be that intimate.
We touched on that earlier though, but it's hard though when they blood.
It is.
It's hard.
Sometimes it's not.
Hard to learn that though, because you think as they blood, you give that spoon. It's shorter handle until you finally learn. Yeah.
Some people so fucked up, blood or not, you just can't do it.
Yeah, that hurt.
And some people trouble follow. You know what I mean? Hurt. Yeah. Cool Cola. Sometimes you gotta learn to love family from a distance when it ain't conducive to your energy. That may not mean cut off, but it may require less time around another. Big spit. Yeah. Tony Rain loving the conversation. What's up, mother?
Yeah, too. And let me
man, it is go.
Let me end on this. We having such a great conversation. I feel good for the people. I want to ask a quick question. I'm feeling good before we get up out of here because we're about to get the fuck up out of here. I want to hit a cash app. Can I hit a cash app?
Oh, somebody.
Can I hit a cash app? I want to hit somebody cash app. I feel good. You know what I mean? This is a great show. I love shit like this. Yeah. Like I say, this show is for the people, man. It's interactive. Get in the conversation. Get involved. We with it. I want to know the first person to answer this. Please put your cash app in the chat room. I'm hitting your cash app. What is the significance of North Sentinel Island?
North Sentinel Island.
Yes. Have y'all heard of North Sentinel Island? What is the mystique? What is the mystique surrounded by North Sentinel Island?
Can I answer or do I get to answer?
You don't get no cash app, motherfucker.
Shit,
you ain't getting shit.
If y'all don't know, man, look,
North Sentinel Island. What is North Sentinel Island? I bet you
somebody like.
What are they known for?
I bet you Jamu or Cola's. Cherie probably know about.
See, if you know your history, you ain't got to worry about Google. You ain't got to worry about Google. You can just rattle it off. But see, if you don't know history, you got to hear Google.
Stay away.
What is the significance of North Sentinel Island? First person put it in there. Put your cash up in there too, please. Put your cash up in there. I'm hitting it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all a little chance to hit it. But here's the thing. We from the Midwest. This is a SimpFree podcast, man. This man B. Mace, born in Flint. I'm born and raised in Detroit. We here on the west side of the state here in G-Rap, man. Yeah, can't be more proud of the state of Michigan, man. I love growing up here. It's nothing but dopeness, and we're just here to have a conversation because a lot of people look at our channel and they know who the fuck is they, and I get it. I would say the same thing.
I love Michigan. I love Michigan.
We just here to talk some shit.
I never want to move out, but fuck those people that fucked up that water in my city.
Oh,
but we can move on.
I
just had to say that because that shit still ain't sweet.
That shit touched my soul so bad, man.
I've seen absolutely beautiful people whose skin has been ravished by that bullshit, bro. But I'm off it.
Here we go. You got it. Wait, hold on.
What, he just put his cash out
there
with no answer?
You trying to run a Jedi mind shit?
See, that's that family shit.
Hey, come on, you're supposed to answer the question. He just put his cash out. Cherie got it, though.
It is that island that no one is allowed to go to. Bam, right, Cherie? They are like the Liberia and the Revelation Motherhood. They are indigenous people. They are man.
That's family right there, though. So are y'all saying that? Hey, Cherie, I'm hitting you up.
Cherie, you
actually answered the Cash App question, so you drop the Cash App. But if you would like me to use that Cool Colas, I can use that because that's family there.
Here's a reason why people aren't allowed to go to North Central Island.
Because they smart.
There is an indigenous people that lives on the island that are actually guarded by the government that governs the island. Those people have been there for centuries, and they live with no technology. They practically haven't been touched by the hands of man or any Western or Eastern technology for that matter.
Yes.
They're like off the grid 100%.
Yes.
So when they see anybody that don't look like them
coming,
you
no
dead.
Fucking body.
They don't
hear me?
Fuck
don't
around.
Give a fuck what color you are, what you look like. If you come across that water, there is harpoons.
And they gonna eat your ass.
Spears ready for your ass.
Celebrate.
And they gonna put you on the stake and show motherfuckers.
Here's the reason why they act like that. They've allowed some visitors to come before and people got sick and they weren't having that shit.
Okay.
And then now they are super defensive down their generations and they're very territorial, and because they're so indigenous and they're so rich in history from where they come from, the governing country around them won't allow anybody to visit their island. Not only because they're deadly, that too, but to protect them as well, because they could easily go down there SEAL Team 6 them motherfuckers if they wanted to.
Bruh.
But they can't. They leaving them alone. They can't. No,
they gonna die about it. You gonna have to blow the whole island up.
Yeah,
and I hear one because I thought that too. I'm like, well, shit, just drop a bomb on them motherfuckers.
No, why would you do that?
But listen, I hear they in an area where it's very volatile. So if you bomb it or hit it in the right way, it could cause like a major eruption or tsunami. So that's some type of, I don't know how true that is, but they are in the area.
But why would you want to? Don't bomb up people because they don't want to be with the bullshit.
Look at all the continents. Why the fuck has white supremacy varnished all these areas and took over these lands and took shit?
Not every last one of them.
Everywhere on this earth is you have to deal with some form of white supremacy, some form of superialism on this earth. There's nowhere to escape it but North Central Island. That is the only place that hasn't been overtook or fucked with. North Central Island is the purest place on this fucking earth. You can't go to Africa, you can't go to Asia, you can't go to Europe, you can't go to South America, Canada, or North America. None of them motherfuckers. You can't go nowhere where white supremacy isn't prevalent, and some shit gonna happen.
Yeah, he said there was pictures of them shooting arrows at airplanes. Yeah, they don't play.
Period. That's how everywhere should have been, but everywhere not. It's too late. That's just been through.
Cool Cola said he sent his Cash App because Cherie and him definitely knew that answer.
That's what's up. Hey, cool. I'm about to hit that Cash App now. I got you. Yeah, she said send it to that. All right, I got you.
Wait a minute. Cherie and Cool Colas know each other?
That's family. They together. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's family right there. No problem. I appreciate the answer, but that is it, man. And I find that shit to be phenomenal. They have never been overtook by nobody. And you literally cannot take your ass on that island. Even if you are melanated, even if you look like them, your ass is gonna die.
Yeah, they ain't fucking with it.
Just like my man, one of the dude a couple years ago that took his ass over there, tried to bring that Bible. That white man took his ass over there and they told him not to go, and they was looking in the water.
They let him chill for a minute.
Yeah, they was watching him.
He got to talk for a minute and try to spread the word of Jesus, and Jesus left and they ate his ass.
They did the best they could to tell him, like, bruh, please don't go over there.
Jesus
don't
left.
do it.
Jesus
but he said he had a calling and Jesus was gonna give him the book.
Oh,
so they waited in the water to see. They wanted to see, and yeah, he's with Jesus now. Absolutely. So yeah, he was correct.
I'm going.
Yeah, he with Jesus. Yeah, they took care of his ass. Quick, fast, and hurry. But yeah.
All right, y'all. So look, it's 10:11. We done ran over. We thank y'all for joining us here at the SimpFree Podcast, coming to you live from West Michigan. Man, we had a great show, great talk. Thank you guys so much, Cherie, Cool, Colas, Benny Blanco, Sanika, everybody, Tony Rain, Jamu, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
you
all. Right there. We love all y'all, man.
Big Ray, thanks for joining us, Big Ray, man. SimpFree Podcast.
Always.
We about to sign off on y'all. G, you making sure you tapping them cash apps?
I'm trying to get y'all shit, man. I'll be putting this shit in, and it don't be going through. But let me get it right.
Yeah, get it right. Yo, man, check us out next week. You know we'll be coming to you live at 9, and we'll be on time this time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you ever want to make any donations to the SimpFree Podcast, we ain't no begging ass niggas, but you can tap our cash app.
That's our cash app right
top
now.
Left.
Support the show.
Top left, top right, where the fuck it's at. It's green. We love y'all too. We'll see you next week, man. We signing off this next time.